Did you know the way you sleep could be silently damaging your heart as you age? It's true. Most people don't realize that certain nighttime habits can quietly wear down your heart's ability to rest, repair, and function the way it should. In this video, we're going to look at 6 common sleeping habits that may seem harmless, but could actually be increasing your risk of heart trouble in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. From posture to timing to temperature, each of these habits can influence your blood pressure, breathing, and heart rhythm while you sleep without you even realizing it. Stay tuned until the end because we're not just identifying the problem. We're going to explore why these habits matter, what's going on inside your body when they take place, and what small changes you can make to protect your heart while you sleep. If you've been waking up tired, feeling foggy during the day, or wondering why your heart feels like it's working overtime, this video is especially for you. Sometimes the answer isn't what you're doing during the day, but what's happening while you sleep at night. Let's get started. Number 1, sleeping on your back with your head too elevated. Many people prefer to sleep on their backs, and in some cases it can actually be beneficial for spinal alignment. But when your head is raised too high, especially with multiple pillows or a thick wedge, it can quietly strain your cardiovascular system in ways that become more serious over time. When your head is elevated at too steep an angle, it slightly compresses your neck and upper chest. That position can restrict airflow through your wind, making it harder for oxygen to flow freely during sleep. And when your body senses less oxygen, it makes the heart work harder to compensate. That leads to increased nighttime heart rate and elevated blood pressure, 2 things that are especially dangerous if you're already managing heart issues or circulation problems. What often makes this habit go unnoticed is how comfortable it can feel. At first, people raise their heads to help with acid reflux, sinus congestion, or even just out of habit. But while it may help with digestion in the short term, it puts the body in a slightly unnatural position for breathing over time. That can quietly wear down your heart's ability to rest properly at night. There's also the issue of circulation. When your head and neck are bent forward, even just slightly, it can alter blood flow between your brain and your heart. That's not a concern for a young, healthy person with strong arteries. But as we age and those vessels stiffen, even a small positional change can cause bigger consequences. Let's take Harold, 74. He always stacked 2 or 3 pillows at night to ease shoulder tension. But over the past year, he began waking up with a racing heart and dry mouth. His doctor suggested trying a flatter pillow with better neck support. Within a few weeks, his nighttime heart rate had stabilized and his sleep felt more restorative. What seemed like a small change turned out to be a big deal. Your body wants to rest at night, not fight for breath, and your heart, especially after 60, needs those hours to slow down, not ramp up. So if you're someone who sleeps on your back, check your pillow height. A single supportive pillow is often all you need. One that keeps your head in line with your spine and allows for easy breathing. And if you snore or wake up feeling tired, consider tracking your sleep position. It may not feel like much, but correcting your head angle could ease the load on your heart and improve how well you recover each night. Sometimes the smallest changes make the biggest difference, especially when it comes to how your heart works while you're asleep. Number 2, going to bed right after eating a heavy dinner. For many older adults, dinner is the main meal of the day. It's when you slow down, sit with family, and enjoy a proper plate of food. But if you're heading to bed too soon after that big meal, you may be putting quiet stress on your heart without realizing it. When you eat a heavy dinner and then lie down shortly after, your body is forced to digest in a position it's not designed for. Gravity no longer helps your stomach empty smoothly. Instead, your digestive system has to work harder while you're resting, and that means your heart does too. Blood is redirected to the stomach and intestines, keeping your body in a more active alert state exactly when it should be winding down. On top of that, digestion itself naturally increases heart rate. After a large meal, your sympathetic nervous system kicks in. That's the part of your body that gears up your organs, including the heart. So when you go to sleep right after eating, your heart stays slightly elevated for hours. You may not feel it, but your body does. There's also the issue of acid reflux. When you lie down too soon after a larger fatty meal, stomach acid can more easily creep up into the esophagus. This causes discomfort, coughing, and even disrupted breathing during sleep. And while that may just seem annoying, anything that disrupts your breathing or oxygen levels at night makes the heart work harder than it should. Let me give you an example. I knew a man named George, 78, who loved a big plate of pasta around 8 p.m. every night, then would head straight to bed. Over time, he began waking up with a pounding heart, feeling sweaty and disoriented. At first, he thought it was nightmares, but after a heart monitor and sleep study, his doctor linked it to late-night digestion and mild reflux, triggering sympathetic responses while he slept. Simply moving dinner 2 hours earlier and taking short walks afterward helped settle his system and brought his heart rate back to normal. During the night, it may not sound like much, but timing matters. Ideally, try to give your body at least 2 to 3 hours between your last meal and bedtime. That window gives your system enough time to begin digestion while you're upright, letting your body enter sleep mode without all that extra work. And if your appetite tends to peak at night, go lighter with dinner. Think soups, steamed vegetables, lean proteins. Heavy, greasy, or salty meals late in the day take longer to digest and can send your heart rate upward at the exact time it should be going down. Your body does its best healing during sleep, but it can't do both digest and restore at the same time. So by giving your heart the quiet, restful night it deserves, you're giving yourself a much stronger chance at waking up healthier, calmer, and with far less strain on the organ that keeps you going. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3, waking frequently due to untreated sleep apnea. One of the most damaging things that can happen to your heart during sleep is something many people don't even know. They have sleep apnea, and if you're over 60 and waking up multiple times a night, gasping, snorting, or feeling short of breath, you might be experiencing it without realizing what it is. Sleep apnea is a condition where your airway becomes partially or fully blocked during sleep. When this happens, your body momentarily stops breathing. Your brain quickly wakes you up, sometimes just for a second, to get you breathing again. Then you fall back asleep. This can happen dozens, even hundreds of times a night without you fully noticing. But your heart notices every time. Each pause in breathing reduces oxygen levels in your blood. Your body responds by activating the stress system, increasing blood pressure, and telling your heart to work harder. Over time, this repetitive stress damages your cardiovascular system. It can lead to arrhythmias, high blood pressure, thickened heart walls, and a higher risk of stroke or heart failure. What makes it even more dangerous is that many people assume their poor sleep is just part of aging. They blame it on stress or say they're just light sleepers. But if you're snoring loudly, waking up gasping, or feeling exhausted during the day, even after a full night in bed, those are red flags that shouldn't be ignored. Let me share a story. Linda, age 76, had been feeling tired for years. She thought it was just part of getting older, but her daughter noticed she would fall asleep in the middle of conversations and would snore loudly at night. After a simple sleep study, she was diagnosed with moderate sleep apnea. Once she began treatment with ACPAP machine, a small device that keeps her airway open, her daytime energy returned and her blood pressure dropped by almost 20 points within weeks. Sleep apnea doesn't always look dramatic. It doesn't always come with loud gas or big awakenings. Sometimes it's just waking up more than you used to, tossing and turning, or getting up to use the bathroom several times a night. But behind the scenes, your heart is working overtime to keep you safe through every oxygen drop and restart. And it doesn't take long for this kind of stress to add up. The heart needs deep, consistent rest to repair itself from the work it does during the day. But when sleep is constantly interrupted, even if you don't fully wake up, your heart never gets the downtime it needs. The good news, sleep apnea is treatable, and in many cases it can be caught early through a simple overnight test at home. If you're waking often at night, especially with dry mouth, headaches, or rapid heartbeat, don't just accept it. Bring it up with your doctor. Getting proper treatment doesn't just improve your sleep. It can protect your heart and extend your life. Sleep is when your heart should finally get to rest. But untreated apnea turns night into an endurance test. And the longer it goes unnoticed, the harder your heart has to fight. You don't have to live like that. You deserve a night that gives your body what it truly needs: peace, oxygen, and uninterrupted repair. Number 4, using alcohol to fall asleep. Many people over 60 enjoy a glass of wine or a nightcap before bed. It feels relaxing, even comforting for some. It seems to help them fall asleep faster. But what most people don't realize is that alcohol, especially in the evening, can quietly disrupt your heart's ability to rest, putting long-term strain on your cardiovascular system. Here's how it works. While alcohol might make you feel drowsy at first, it actually interferes with the second half of your sleep cycle. As your body metabolizes the alcohol, your sleep becomes lighter, more fragmented, and less restorative. This is when your heart should be slowing down and recovering, but instead it ends up working harder. Alcohol also raises your heart rate throughout the night. It suppresses deep sleep and REM cycles, the exact stages where your heart rate naturally lowers and your body enters recovery mode. When those stages are disrupted, your blood pressure stays elevated, your nervous system remains on edge, and your heart never fully powers down. Let me give you an example. I once spoke with a man named Calvin, 72, who had started having palpitations at night. He'd have a drink or two to help him fall asleep, thinking it was harmless, but his overnight heart monitor told a different story. His pulse would spike between 1:00 a.m. and 4:00 a.m., just when his body should have been resting most deeply. After cutting back on alcohol, not only did the palpitations stop, but he said he felt clearer and less anxious during the day. What's important to understand is that alcohol also affects your body temperature, hydration, and breathing. It can contribute to nighttime sweating, disrupt your circadian rhythm, and increase the chances of sleep apnea episodes. All of that puts extra work on your heart at the exact time it should be recovering. Now, this doesn't mean you can never have a drink, but if you're using alcohol as a regular sleep aid, that's where the danger grows. It may help you nod off, but it robs your body of the deep healing sleep your heart depends on if you're finding it hard to fall asleep at night. There are better ways to support rest, ways that don't quietly sabotage your heart. Try a warm shower, light stretching, gentle breathing exercises, or a consistent wind-down routine. These won't just help you fall asleep. They'll help you stay asleep, which is what your heart truly needs. Because the real goal isn't just drifting off, it's staying in that deep healing sleep long enough for your body to repair. And when alcohol gets in the way of that, your heart ends up paying the price, even if you don't feel it right away. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5. Sleeping in a very warm room. There's something comforting about a cozy, warm bedroom, especially on cold nights. But as we age, sleeping in a room that's too warm can quietly increase the strain on our heart. What feels soothing to the body at first can actually disturb your internal systems throughout the night. And most people don't even realize it's happening. During sleep, your core body temperature naturally drops. This drop is part of what helps signal to your brain that it's time to rest. It allows your metabolism to slow down, your muscles to relax, and your heart rate to decrease. But when your room is too warm, whether from heaters, too many blankets, or closed windows, that cooling process is interrupted. Your body ends up working harder to shed heat, which keeps your heart slightly more active than it should be. And here's where it gets serious. That small, continuous effort to regulate your temperature can raise your heart rate and blood pressure during the night, both of which can prevent your cardiovascular system from entering true rest mode. You may not wake up in a sweat, but your sleep will be lighter, less restorative, and harder on your heart. There's also the issue of hydration. Warm rooms, especially in the winter when heaters are running, tend to dry out the air. This leads to drier nasal passages, mouth breathing, and even mild dehydration, all of which can increase nighttime heart rate and reduce oxygen flow. And for older adults, even mild dehydration can affect blood thickness and circulation, quietly burdening the heart. Let me tell you about Susan, age 81. She always kept her bedroom around 75 degrees, bundled in heavy pajamas and multiple blankets. She thought she was just staying comfortable, but she often woke up groggy with headaches and a slight feeling of pressure in her chest. Her doctor suggested lowering the thermostat to 65 and switching to a lighter blanket within a week. Her sleep became deeper, and she said she felt 5 years younger in the mornings. The ideal sleeping temperature for most adults falls between 60 and 67 degrees. That cooler air helps your body transition into sleep more easily and stay in deeper sleep cycles longer. For your heart, it means less overnight work and more true recovery. So if you've been keeping your room warmer to stay cozy, just try easing the temperature down a bit. Crack a window for airflow. Use layers you can remove instead of piling on heat. Your heart, your breathing, and your brain will all benefit from that slight drop in nighttime temperature. Because when your bedroom works with your body, not against it, your heart can finally get the break. It's been waiting for all day. Number 6. Maintaining irregular sleep. Wake times. As we get older, our bodies thrive on rhythm, and one of the most important rhythms we have is our sleep-wake cycle. If you're going to bed at different times each night, waking at inconsistent hours, or constantly shifting your sleep schedule, you may be doing quiet damage to your heart even if you're still getting enough total hours of sleep. Here's why that matters. Your body follows a 24-hour internal clock called the circadian rhythm. This rhythm controls everything from your hormone levels and blood pressure to your body temperature and heart rate. When your sleep patterns are consistent, your body knows what to expect. It prepares for sleep and for waking in smooth, predictable waves. But when you constantly change your bedtime or wake-up time, those waves become choppy and your body gets confused. That confusion doesn't just make you feel tired. It creates stress inside your body. Hormones like cortisol and adrenaline rise at the wrong times. Your heart rate stays elevated when it should be slowing down, and your blood pressure starts to follow irregular patterns, putting more strain on your cardiovascular system than you might think. It's not just about how much sleep you get, but when you get it. People who go to bed late on some nights and early on others, or who sleep in late one day and rise early, the next are more likely to suffer from heart disease, high blood pressure, and metabolic issues, even if their total sleep hours seem normal. Let me give you an example. Walter 80 was retired and enjoying his freedom. He'd stay up late watching baseball games one night, then go to bed early the next. Sometimes he'd sleep until 10 a.m. Other times he was up by 6. He never felt fully rested, and his heart palpitations were becoming more frequent. His doctor suggested he commit to a consistent bedtime and wake-up time within the same 1-hour window every day. Within 2 weeks, his energy was up, his palpitations decreased, and his heart monitor showed improved nighttime heart rate patterns. The truth is, your heart depends on predictability. It wants to know when the day begins and when it ends. And when you offer that consistency, your body rewards you with better sleep, steadier energy, and stronger cardiovascular resilience. Even just a 30-minute difference in bedtime can affect your rhythm. So if you've been treating sleep like something to fit in, it might be time to treat it as something to protect. Set a gentle bedtime routine. Wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Your body, and especially your heart, will adapt to that rhythm faster than you think. Because when sleep becomes a steady part of your life, not just a leftover part of your schedule, your heart gets to rest on a reliable schedule too. And that kind of regular rest is one of the strongest gifts you can give yourself at any age. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Bulina, final thoughts? So now that we've gone through all 6 habits, how many of them have slipped into your routine without you realizing? Maybe 1 or 2 stood out immediately. Maybe you found yourself thinking, I've been doing that for years. But here's the good news. These habits are reversible, and even small changes in how you sleep can make a real difference in how your heart feels and functions, especially as you get older. This isn't about being perfect, it's about being aware. Because sleep is not just a time of rest. It's when your heart heals, your brain resets, and your entire system recharges for the day ahead. And if that process is interrupted night after night by poor posture, heavy meals, alcohol, heat, inconsistent schedules, or hidden breathing problems, your heart pays the price over time. What matters most is knowing that better sleep isn't out of reach. You don't need expensive gadgets, or perfect silence, or brand new routines. You just need to notice. Notice when your body feels tired. Notice when you wake up more often. Notice how your heart feels in the morning. These little clues can guide you toward habits that support not only better sleep, but better health. If you take anything from this video, let it be this. Your heart doesn't just work hard during the day. It's working through the night too. And by creating a sleep environment and schedule that supports real rest, you give your heart the chance to recover, strengthen, and stay steady for years to come. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share your support. Helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.